And there we go. Live once more. And as today's title suggests, we are mainly going to be playing, or trying to play, some CAS aircraft, although not really close air support, in the hopes of doing these two battle pass challenges. And I think I'm actually going to start off with getting some rocket kills, which of course I'll be using the Hellcat for, with Tiny Tims. So let's just get straight into it. This is probably going to take quite a while, and I might actually not finish it tonight. I do hope to get quite a bit further along with it. Hello there, RB. If we can get a match, that is. I do not have any experience with the Uncle Toms, but I do have them on my Mosquito. Actually, you know what, because it queues so long, let me actually double check what the Uncle Tom is like. Rank 3, so that's good at least. 3-7, a bit higher. What's the Uncle Tom like? Pretty close in ordnance. I might have to consider it. Although I don't really like the... what is British 3-7? It's Vega at least. Actually, that's not too bad. You know what? Let's just make another lineup for that as a backup. But I'm mainly going to try it with the F6F. So we put Vega, which is that slot apparently. And then all else I need is the Mosquito. Which is that slot, okay. And maybe put one coastal vessel in there. Brave border, where are you? There you are. Perfect. But first off, we'll do the US. You see, my trick, so to say, with rockets is, especially these big ones, is I dive bomb with them. I just treat them as bombs. And that tends to result into decent hit rates. Although I have found it difficult to... The only one kill I got for this task was on last stream, I think, where I actually hit a PGO-2 of these rockets. I don't think taking down a destroyer will be nearly as easy. By the looks of it, my internet connection is a bit unstable. Which will probably result into a few frames dropped here and there. Let's hope it doesn't go any worse. Black Sea Port is not my favorite map, but I can work with it.
All hands to battle stations. Engines, flank speed. Starboard all.
Small match of mostly PT boats? Okay. I should have spawned in my destroyer first then.
Helm, midships.
Helm midships, aye.
Should probably use the Beaufort as my main guns. Although the main gun will... Oh, I just realized that it really screws with this ship, doesn't it? If the main gun no longer fires under AI control.
Aye, steer
Because I really like that main gun to shoot at aircraft with the VT shells. Oh, that's annoying.
boat, astern, 2,000 meters.
Yeah, there's definitely not going to be an enemy boat astern of me.
Enemy spotted. Target identified.
Bearing 100. 2000
These are all the AIs, that's fine.
Target identified.
AI still give me points.
Bearing 100. 2000
If I can hit them, that is, of course.
Target identified. Bird.
Bearing 80. 2000
Boat, ahead, 2,000 meters.
Shells on target. Target identified. Bird.
Bearing 80.
Yeah, PT-59 is going to obliterate a lot of them.
Target identified.
Bearing 100. 2000 meters.
Hold your helm.
Aye, steer port.
He's behind cover, so I can't quite hit him yet.
Helm hard aport.
Hard port, aye.
Target identified. Boat.
Bearing 6.
Too much lead. Too much lead. And it's gonna hit a rock. Yep.
Boat, astern, 3,000 meters.
Target identified. Boat.
Bearing 80.
Too much lead again.
Direct hit. Direct hit.
Target identified. Boat.
Bearing
Do we have over there? Ah, one of those Russian river boats. It's an AI.
bearing 120. 2000. Direct hit.
Target identified.
The AI gunners seem to be doing some work, so I'll just leave it to them for the time being.
Direct hit.
Target identified.
Come on, I just need to hit the bow of that Russian patrol boat. And I missed.
Target identified.
Shells on target.
Let's manually use these 40s. Actually, the problem with this being a small match though is that there's a lot of AI ships rolling about. And you need to sync player ship for the battle pass task. I'm not anywhere near to the bomb punch yet, am I? Nope.
Target identified. Boat.
Yeah, I know I should, but I'm not really that worried about it at the moment. It's mainly just the main gun
Starboard, 2,000 meters.
can be used under AI control.
Boat.
Is it just the blue water thing that it can't be used or made under AI anymore?
Enemy hit.
Target identified.
Okay, that seems to be the case.
Bearing 360. 1000 meters.
Target identified.
Bearing 3000 meters.
Boat, port, 3,000 meters.
It seems I need to read the patch notes more thoroughly when it comes to these AI changes. Can we maybe ammo rack you? Not easily.
Destroyer, ahead, 2,000 meters.
Destroyer ahead, alrighty. I have enough spawn points for my plane, so now we're just going to be very aggressive in the candid.
Starboard all.
Hard
Hello, Dorothy.
Shells on target! Enemy vessel sunk!
Target identified.
I might just J out to get into my lane on time.
Hit! Enemy listening and losing speed! Shells on target!
Port all.
Hard port.
There's the enemy destroyer. Oh, that's interesting. I might actually consider it because I do quite like the candid as well. It's gonna take a while to get to the top American coastals otherwise. Hello, Deutschland.
Dangerous shallows ahead.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 3
Somebody just hit me.
1,000 meters.
I'll just stay out and get into the
Engine.
plane.
All back.
Because that is my objective. Use CAS aircraft. There's a total of 5 players and 7 AI, so I have to pick my targets carefully. I know for a fact the destroyer is going to be a player, so is that one. And I know there's an S701. Yep, there he is. I think not an S71, just a German snellboat. I'll make him my target. There's another boat over there, which I assume to be player. Several more boats. I need to dodge because if that's AI, those guns will shoot me straight out of the sky. With no warning. So dodge. Bob and weave like we usually do. I think that's the guy who wants to try and rocket. I'm playing 3.3 at the moment, but I'm gonna be switching between BRs quite a lot. Depending on what I like to play. One second. Let me just get this rocket strafe off. Scratch one PT boat. And there goes my wing, thanks to the AA gunners. Yeah. Tier 3 coastal or blue water? Because if you're talking about aircraft lobbies, I don't know. I haven't played aircraft in ages. Yeah, it was a very clean kill. Just a shame that I got shot down by the
Destroyer. Ahead.
AI.
5,000 meters.
It's one.
Action stations. Enemy spotted. Target identified. Destroyer.
I don't really know too much about what a good rank 3 aircraft would be to grind a cell with.
Helm.
I don't even really know what the cell earnings are in aircraft realistic battles anymore. Or aircraft arcade for that matter. I'm sorry to say, but for aircraft related questions you don't really have to be with me. Unless it's naval CAS aircraft. So now for some exhilarating Clemson gameplay. I need to fire this up. Don't think I can pen that Clemson otherwise.
Direct hit.
Boat. Starboard. 5,000 meters.
If my shells would actually behave and land where I want them to land. There we go, one into the engine. And there we go. Capturing the other zones. Ouch. Oh, there is another enemy destroyer. Yes, I forgot about the destroyer. I forgot about that Mutsuki.
Repair parties. Repair parties.
So what I'm going to do is angle in, because I think that'll be useful. And Mutsuki has a very vulnerable ammo rack, at least if I can hit it. Just below that second gun.
Port your helm.
Aye, steer port.
Although the engine hits are also pretty good.
Direct hit. Enemy ship on fire. Direct hit.
There goes the bridge, that's less good. Enemy torpedoes and my bridge is out as well, even worse.
Enemy
Although the torpedoes are going to miss, although those might not.
Starboard.
Helm, port all. Aye.
Control to stations.
direct hit.
Turn away.
Starboard. 3,000 meters.
We are damaged.
And even though I'm missing the ammo rack I want to hit, I'm still knocking out his engines. Still the crew damage. And I'm flooding apparently? Is that why the guns don't want to reload?
Hard port. Aye. Attacker.
That is indeed why the guns didn't want to reload.
9,000 meters.
Control to repair parties.
Enemy aircraft up as well, the Mutsuki is going down, lovely. This from crew damage.
Begin damage control. Target identified.
However, this is the one with no AA, boy.
120. 2,000 meters.
Aye, steer starboard.
Starboard your helm.
Enemy destroyed. Direct hit.
Yes, my only anti-air is a 76 right there, which has poor, you know, a poor firing arc towards the front.
Here hit.
So if an aircraft's coming for me, I'm dead. If it hits me at least.
Shells on target.
Boat. Starboard.
My gunner is on aircraft only, okay.
Shells on target. Enemy vessel sunk.
And by the time I get into Bravo, the game's probably gonna be over. I did get a rocket kill out of it though. That's all I needed.
Identified. Boat.
Bearing 360. 3,000 meters.
Target identified.
And game over.
Retreat. Prepare damage.
Ah, that was enough for my tester store apparently. I'm playing a bit of naval earlier today. And let's just continue on with this lineup for a while. Although, no, actually, I want to try out the... not Japan, Britain. The Uncle Toms, I want to try them out. Let's put it in realistic, please. There we go. And the reason I'm only bringing 2 ships along, of course, is because Vega has 3 respawns being a reserve. This is a really good map for a Vega, I think. But I'm tempted to try Brave Border first, just to jump into the aircraft quicker. Although now, let's just go with Vega. I don't have the Black Bull, sadly.
Secure the ship for sea.
My coastal grind has been
Flank speed.
ground to a halt.
Steer port.
If I ever, ever since the naval split, really. I can work my way through rank 4, still pretty much alright. For coastal vessels, but rank 5 is just a pain. A pretty small game again. I'm actually really hoping they'll give naval the same treatment that they are going to do helicopters or ground battles, where you can now, well, in the future you'll be able to research helicopters by playing tanks. So I'll hope they'll do something similar for naval, where you can research coastal vessels with blue water vessels and vice versa. Because it's not really the point that I want to just play destroyers for grinding blue water or grinding coastal vessels. It's the problem that if you want to grind a coastal vessel, your lineup can be nothing but coastal vessels if you want to just grind coastal. Which can be really bad if you get to the higher battle ratings.
Target identified. Boat. Target. Boat. Target identified. Boat.
Aye, steer port.
The things I actually don't... If I capture Charlie I get more spawn points. But if I capture Charlie it's also more likely that the match will end quicker. But I think I'll just capture Charlie, because why not? It'll just give me the plane much faster.
Enemy! Near hit! Enemy vessel south.
And that's already more than enough for me to spawn the aircraft. Okay, so I'll stop going for Charlie. And I'll just J out, because I don't care about losing the reserve.
Hard stop.
Vega's a really good ship anyways.
Abandoned ship.
So, plane time. Let's not forget to load the Uncle Toms.
Vessel
And off we go.
reconnaissance.
Now these do launch 2 at a time? Or do they launch 1 at a time? I'm gonna fire them 2 at a time just so that my plane doesn't get imbalanced. Now player ship. We have a destroyer over there that I want to go for. So I'm going to try and treat these missiles the same way I treat my Tiny Tims. We'll have to see what will happen. This Mosquito isn't really as maneuverable as the F6F is. Need to be really careful about those AI guns, or the AI gunners. Because they're going to rip my wings clean off if I'm not careful. To me that looks like the German Leopard, but I might be wrong, seeing as I just saw a gun flash from like the middle of the ship. Is that the Matsuki? Doesn't look like a Matsuki to me. That is a Clemson. Off they go. A hit, but no. I think they're a bit too low. Let's try with the Matsuki. That's gonna blast me apart. Almost. There we go. Yeah, it's a lot easier if you have a player coastal vessel to rocket. The problem is I can't tell if that's a player or an AI ship in these matches. So keep dodging the anti-air. I think it'll be too late really for us to head back to an airfield. Tickets are bleeding way too quick unless I can capture Alpha. Perfect. Now the ticket bleed stops. Where's the airfield? There it is. Should probably slow down to land. Sadly, the Mosquito does not have an air brake. Make landing a little bit easier. And the enemy has captured Bravo, okay.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Fine by me. Let's try to not crash into the hill. Oh boy, a bit of a rough landing. If that Mutsuki is still afloat, I'm definitely going to strike the Mutsuki. Because I know it's very low crew. Its fuel just sank by the 88. She also crashed. And let's see if I can take out a player in this match.
Attack the B point.
Mutsuki is still afloat. And I do think we have to strike the rear of that ship to sink it. However, I do have to take the long way around to avoid the AI ships. Unless we see something that would obviously be a player. Which I'm kind of thinking that guy is. By the way, it's sailing on its own into an area I wouldn't really expect. So let's try and strike him as well. Also avoiding some of the anti-air. IL-2 is probably going for that same boat. Yep, I'm going to be way too slow to strike it. But maybe the IL-2 won't finish it off. IL-2 has not killed him. Can I? I can, and it was a player. Perfect. Now the Mutsuki. IL-2 is also going for the Mutsuki. Let's see what that does. Ooh, 2%. And I did also apparently damage the IL-2. Let's see, will I get the kill or will the IL-2 get the kill? Neither, it got killed by a Vega. Damn. At least we got the kill on the coastal. That's another one for the tally. And it seems like we'll still get a win out of this match. I do realize that I'm probably going to be playing a lot more aircraft this stream than I will be ships. Let's just not J out anymore. I'm not really that desperate to get these battle pass challenges done either. Definitely coming in a bit hot here, but should still be able to. Nope, that'll be go around, I think. Yeah, go around. By the time I actually get around, the match will be over. But the Uncle Tom definitely seems like a viable option as well for this rocket task. Just have to know how to aim with it. So let's continue playing the British then. And then next match we'll try the F6F once more. Because I do actually quite like the Tiny Tims. A bit more used to their ballistics. Although the added benefit of me playing the British is now actually grinding for the daring as well, little by little. Andaman Sea, another interesting map. And I think a map where I can actually try out the Brave Border and hopefully not run into some PR206.
Secure the ship for sea. Engines, flank speed.
Full map, match. And a full up tier as well, 4-3. I think the Fletcher is 4-7 as well, actually. Pardon me. We do have a buzzard with us,
Destroyer. Starboard.
who's apparently
Action stations. Enemy
non-expired milk.
target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 80.
The Dutch come up with very weird names for the usernames.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 100. 9,000 meters.
And we run into an LCS. It is an AI LCS, luckily, so it's not
Destroyer.
too dangerous.
Bearing 100.
It's still way too damn dangerous.
8,000 meters.
Target identified.
And this was an enemy Albatross that got me.
All hands.
Lovely. No, we want to spawn down there.
Port your helm.
Aye. Steer port.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 60. 9,000 meters.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 60.
How do you run into the torpedoes of an Albatross? Damn. Didn't really have to change your mind there, because I like corvettes as well. I like most ship types, really.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 60. 7,000 meters.
Destroyer. Ahead.
It's just so annoying that if they're a rank 5 coastal vessel, it's so difficult to
Enemy
get.
spotted.
I also really still have to continue my French grind, because I've actually noticed that the French end-of-the-line battleship is really cheap compared to some other end-of-the-line battleships. It's only 270,000 instead of 380
Destroyer.
in terms of research points.
6-0.
So I have to get a move on.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 6-0.
So to be honest, I haven't really been playing War Thunder too much in my free time anymore.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 100. 8,000 meters.
Like literally in between this stream and last stream,
Bearing
I think I've played a total of 6 matches.
6,000 meters.
And most of those were in tanks to get some battle pass tasks done.
Target identified.
Although actually no, that's not true. I've played a few matches with the German destroyers to get the new one too.
6,000 meters.
Yeah, exactly.
Target identified.
Which is cheap for a battleship. 220 and 270.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 8-0.
Target identified. Destroyer. Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 6,000 meters.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 8-0. Enemy listed.
There goes the engines on that Alwyn.
Direct hit. Enemy ship on fire.
Keep aiming back because he's now slowing down because he no longer has engines.
500 meters.
Starboard your helm.
That is a set 32 or is it set 25?
4,000 meters. Shells on
Oh no, that's a French destroyer actually, never mind. One of the later ones as well.
ahead.
Aye, steer starboard.
Enemy hit.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 100. 5,000 meters.
Very nice. I haven't really unlocked many camos yet for my ships.
Port your
It's
helm.
mainly the low tier stuff I've got camos for.
Destroyer.
Bearing 100. 4,000 meters.
Damage control to repair parties. Target compartment. Damage control to station.
Don't quite know which destroyer is shooting me there.
Float.
So what I'm going to do now, instead of firing sap at him from the get-go, is fire a cheat and knock out all of his guns. There goes the front one.
Engines.
There's the rear one. Front one is back up, so let's knock it out again.
Enemy ship.
And that should be an M17 going to the bottom very soon. If he doesn't claim me first, of course. There we go.
Control burning compartments.
Enemy vessel sunk.
Patrol vessel. Astern.
Yeah, I really have not moved past Le Malin yet.
Target identified. Patrol vessel.
Bearing 100.
Although it is actually kind of nice to re-experience the grind of a new tech tree, however small it may be.
Begin damage control. Target identified.
Just to get a refresher on how long it actually takes to grind out a new tree.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 120. 4,000 meters.
Port your helm.
Destroyer. Ahead. 2,000 meters.
Near hit.
Destroyer ahead indeed. French destroyers, I think, had an Amarak vulnerability. If I didn't immediately lose the gun again. Just shoot the engines. Just shoot the engine, Roan. You do not want to mess about trying to find Amaraks. Their engine must be quite deep in the vessel because I'm getting nowhere near it. missiles shooting me, but I don't really have the opportunity to see what is shooting me. It sounds like a dangerous gun. At least this French is going down with me. Go. That was something very close to me in Alwyn. Do we have enough for the aircraft? We do. Now these French destroyers shouldn't have very much in terms of anti-air. So let's try that out.
The enemy has most of the strategic zones.
But the Alwyn might be a problem. I might just dump all 4 rockets into the Alwyn actually. Or maybe that destroyer. Is that a Clemson? It looks like a Clemson. I'm gonna go for the Clemson. Sadly, there's a Clemson with the 20 mils. There goes the Alwyn's anti-air as well. And I'm going to just dump all 4 rockets into this Clemson. Which, for some reason, it didn't want to fire. No problem, we can just go around. We nuke the front of that Clemson, let's go for the rear, or the engines maybe. Never mind, it detonated. Good stuff. Oh boy, that's Alwyn is firing his main guns as well. Which is going to be very dangerous. Let's try long range. That's going to be way too short. Yep. Good to know. And now we get the hell out of dodge. Airfield is over in that direction. Need to be careful with 5-inch VT. I think we're safe. So we got another rocket kill for the task. Any match where I get 1 rocket kill is a productive match. Oh, don't worry about being late. Not like you're really missing much. Other than me having a very rough landings in the Mosquito. Please don't kill the pilot, please don't kill the pilot. A soft landing, it's fine. Oh, boy. Perfectly fine.
Most of the zones are under enemy's control.
The thing is, I do actually kind of pride myself with doing decent landings in realistic battles. It seems like the Mosquito is not working with me. Yeah. It's also the pilot is actually pretty far removed from the top of the cockpit. Yeah, I always put those roundels on my aircraft. Or I usually put them on. Not always.
The enemy is winning. We've got to counterattack.
I usually put the Belgian flag on my tanks as well. And I used to put them on my ships, but flags don't really look too well. Most decals in general don't really look too well on ships, in my opinion. I don't know if our Air Force existed for most of World War II, to be honest. Some of our pilots might have flown the British flag, but I don't think their own Air Force was. Okay, what is our next target? I don't trust that, because there are still quite a few AIs running around. I'm getting nowhere near AI ships if they're anti-air. Because they're lethal. That one has been sunk. There are so many goddamn AI coastals, so let's just move away. Yeah, that's a lot of Bofors I do not want to get near. Yeah, I will say as well, I haven't really been trying to quote-unquote abuse boosters or premiums. And I've been running around in the Z-25 together with the Focke-Wulf 190 with the torpedo on it. And I've been raking in like 100 KSL as well without any boosters. With premium account, but still. So we go up, we go down, we line up, or rockets. Those are a lot of 37s. High and fire. That's still going to be short. Yep. You really need to aim very high with these rockets. Ouch, there goes my wing. And I think I'm just going to leave the match. I don't think I'm going to win that. And we'll return to the Americans. The thing is as well, I don't actually have any premium lineups of ships I really like. Although I could maybe run a 4-3 lineup, wouldn't be bad actually. Although, yeah, it kind of would be. I'd have to try this out just to see what I could do with just premiums. I have the Makuma, but I don't really like the Makuma much. Other than that, I do have like these, but they blow up so easily, it's not really worth it. I do have the Moffat. That might be in for the near future. First, more rockets. And after this match, we'll go do some PEH shenanigans. It is actually a bit odd that we haven't seen Bliskowice yet. There's Bliskowice? I don't know how to pronounce Polish. It's like such an obvious British premium to add. And we haven't gotten it yet. There we go. There's so many obvious vehicles I don't have. Like, one set of vehicles I really want to see Gaijin expand further into is British naval aircraft. We've got so many like classical British carrier-based aircraft just missing. Bliskovice, okay then.
Secure the ship for sea. Engines, flank speed. Port, all.
Hard a port, aye.
Helm, midships.
Helm midships, aye. Boat, ahead. 2,000
I'll see if I can actually maybe tow that guy.
Action stations. Enemy spotted.
Because I know that that thing can, it's calm waters as well, so let's see if he wants to get a tow. He might want to.
Destroy the target.
Boat, ahead. 2,000 meters. Aye, steer port.
Target identified. Boat.
Bearing 160. 1,000 meters.
Come on, Zippo. I know you want one. No?
He's in the sea point.
Do your own thing? He's gonna do his own thing then.
Hard starboard, aye.
Target identified. Boat.
Bearing 00. 2,000 meters.
Boat, port. 2,000
I'm gonna ram this AI, that should be fine. Oh, actually, I just missed it.
Defend the sea point.
Target
Enemy
identified.
in Charlie, what is it?
120.
Some big boys. Some very big boys. Let's deal with the torpedo threat first. Then with this rapid fire thing. Yes, please turn broadside to me. Thank you very much. That guy is up next.
Shells on target.
Port your helm.
No, I was both 40 mils.
Ahead.
Oh,
Fire spotted on the enemy ship. Direct hit.
bomber, ahead. 9,000
bomber ahead was kind of ominous. Let's just deal with this thing first. Again, torpedo threat, and we're in a big slow vessel, so we sink the torpedo threat first. And there goes that thing.
Hit. Enemy listing and losing speed.
Boat, starboard. 2,000 meters.
Enemy hit. Enemy vessel. Sunk.
Target identified. Boat.
Okay, that was an aggressive bounce, whatever that was.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
Target.
Let's just deal with that.
destroyed. Shells on target.
Aye, steer port.
Dangerous shallows.
Stuka incoming.
Target
Okay.
identified. Boat.
Bearing 140.
Torpedoes away from the enemy, but we see them.
Prepare.
They're not a threat.
Steering damage. Vessel.
And he's been taken out.
Direct hit. Enemy vessel.
Yeah, no, I think I glitched into that anchor with my superstructure, which made me just bounce weirdly.
Control to repair parties. Pump out.
E990. Those are very fast torpedoes coming from that ship as well. Need to hit the bridge to kill him. Never mind. And we have a Falaga with us too. Cool.
Hard a port, aye. We've been holed below the waterline.
There come the underwater missiles. Falaga might miss him by sheer chance.
Enemy ship on target.
Starboard. 500 meters.
No, Zippo is spared as well, thank god.
Bearing 180.
And I think we're fine.
Enemy hit.
Flooding. In compartment detected.
Target
Oh, I'm flooding.
identified. Boat.
What am I flooding from?
180.
Oh.
500 meters.
Artillery hit, maybe?
Enemy destroyed.
Target identified. Boat.
Bearing 160. 1,000 meters.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
We are damaged.
You know what? I'll take the torpedo this time because I do want to get into my aircraft.
Damage control to repair
I'll
parties.
just eat it.
Pump out flooded compartment. Helm. Harvest starboard.
I think it'll be a bit more fun for that guy as well to hit a torpedo because that's his third ship he just lost.
Attack the B point.
I'm gonna actually purposefully try to eat the torpedo.
Steer starboard.
Target identified.
There we go, that should be straight into the magazine. And now off to nuke some boats. Enemy destroyer, that's not really my optimal target. There's only 4 players. That's gonna be tough. I could try and deal with the destroyer. Although, no, that's an Akebono has 240 mils. But it's also difficult to sink. Although I think I have a fairer shot at it than my teammates do. Although the dual Bofors is still very scary. He's been hit by something which blew up something. I think an artillery strike just took out the Bofors. Just players, that's a difficult bit. AI ships do not count. It has to be player ships. Which is what makes these lobbies very difficult to identify what's a valid target or not. I do not want to fire both at once, although... Let's fire both at once. And right there. That took a lot of damage into him, but I don't think I'll get the kill credit for that. But we can find out. Please don't get the kill credit. Although there is enough time for me to reload anyways. And I think our torpedo boat there is going to get the kill. Yep. Damn.
Captured most of the strategic zones.
Carrier aircraft are so damn floaty, jeez. But we're fine now. Yeah, I don't think there's just... Like, this player's out as well, so there's only 2 players left, and one of which is a destroyer. Guess we'll have to sink a destroyer. I know. I'm not really complaining about them being floaty. Makes it a bit easier to land. I just wish there was an actual like off-map carrier I could land on. So much more fun. It's also something you just don't really come across anymore in random battles, carrier landings. Back in the day when you saw a lot more Pacific maps, you used to do it a lot more often. Is that 2 enemy destroyers, or 2 enemy... That's another Japanese frigate, I think. And 1 enemy destroyers. I'm gonna go for Clemson, because I don't have any other valid targets. Other than, of course, the Chikugo, I want to say, that's trying to shoot at me. He seems to have been upset by me shooting him earlier. Oh, those are all AI ships, so I have to be very careful about their anti-air. Will I have enough time to reach the destroyer? I should have more than enough time, actually. These two will have to be fired in quick succession, and I don't think I have enough time. Damn. Oh well. Close enough. Still a good match though. Pretty good match on the candid. No. Mainly because I replaced it with another icon. Oh, I actually got a new part for my candid. I've almost spaded my candid even better. You know, I changed it for this roundel, which is from Yorktown specifically. I don't know, I kind of like it. And yes, I do have to do... Hold on, Battle Pass task itself actually says it. Destroy 10 player ground and naval vehicles. I was actually going to do Russia for one match. For a masterful Sabridge. Because I recently unlocked the 5000 from a P8. I have never tried the P8 in naval yet. Which may come to quite a shock to some of you, seeing how much of a popular aircraft it is in naval. Yeah, I never really bothered unlocking the big bomb on it before. Volcanic Island is quite a good map actually for this kind of stuff. Especially if there's targets around the Bravo area. Actually try 12 for 12 first. Weirdly enough, the Leningrad, the Moskva in this case, is incredibly similar to the French destroyers. Bigger match, but that's to be expected. Yeah, the thing is though, if I fly above 5 kilometers, they will not... Would they use manual fire against planes? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens in this match. First off, any enemy coastals. And hopefully no destroyer damage model coastals.
Эсминец. Пелинг 220. Дистанция 7000.
Боевая тревога. Цель. Катер.
Paramile.
220. Дистанция 2000.
No, he's not going to be happy, is he? Let the AK-630 also work on him.
Малый.
And he's going to be in for a world of hurt. Yeah.
Цель. Катер.
And that is why you don't up tier coastal vessels, and that's already enough for the P8. I don't know why some coastal vessels are 4-3. It is quite a high BR, but as you can see, against other coastals, they're very potent.
Аварийный трюмный группам приступить к борьбе за живучесть.
Enemy torpedoes ahead, but I can just sail right in between them.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Yeah, but SATA is kind of more... Because the missile, you can kind of understand why SATA is 4-7.
Машины вперед. Цель.
Is that 30 miles shooting at a... destroyer? Okay. Battle bridge destroyed, that's fine.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
I don't really care if they sink me now, because I have enough, more than enough spawn points from a P8.
Цель. Эсминец!
Problem is I really cannot fight destroyers, and my torpedoes can't fight destroyers either. Unless I go to face hug them.
Эсминец. Вперед.
And sadly enough, the Strela, which seemed to would have worked on the dev server, or something at least seemed a bit functional, on it,
Эсминец!
doesn't work on the live server.
500.
So no funny NTR memes for the
Лево руля!
Russian coastal vessels yet. Don't care if it Moffat kills me, because I won't get into the P8.
Эсминец!
220. Дистанция 2000.
More than enough, because remember, for naval, ordnance doesn't get any extra spawn point cost. You don't have to pay extra spawn points for the ordnance. So let's give this a try. I am going to actually side climb in this thing. Because 1400 meters is way too low. So let's see. The thing is, I completely don't know how to actually aim this bomb. And I have to be 4 kilometers away from the target when the bomb hits. And I think we have our first target. I say first as if I'm going to get more than one bomb drop off for this task, but oh well. I've been considering doing this in arcade, but I think that would be cruelty. Because you do get an in-air reload in arcade. Let's just hope there is not an enemy Bravi around. I'm not sure if that ship is going to survive until I hit it, though. I might have to switch targets. Here comes the enemy anti-air, and the P8 is massive, so that anti-air will hit me. And shred me to pieces. What's the bomb reticle like? Nowhere near close enough. It also doesn't help that I'm not nearly comfortable enough with this kind of bombing to get a satisfactory result. Let's try to dodge the anti-air a bit. And I think we drop our bomb around here. Now I do need to get away from him as fast as possible, because I need to be 4 kilometers away from the target. So we're going to maintain altitude and fly away. And I hope we can stay airborne. It's, yeah, not gonna happen. Didn't even kill him either. Much more lead. Like I would have been 3 kilometers away at best. I think I'll have to do it in arcade. And not in realistic. Let's just continue playing this match. Yeah, if I do aim for a group of ships I could kill more, but I didn't really see a group close enough for me to try and sink.
Дистанция 6000.
Боевая тревога! Цель!
It also doesn't help that I don't actually have my P8 spaded, so it's not as fast as it could be. But oh well.
Руль право,
Лево руля!
руль лево,
Цель!
240. Дистанция 6000. Изменить. Вперед. 220.
Yeah, it seems like it's spokojnie.
4000.
No, not really, I just brought them along for fun. Well, quotation marks fun. Impressive. Somebody actually limboed an Elwyn. Is there still a weird crackling noise? The thing is, my mic is very sensitive, so it might be picking up some just random noises I'm making. Or my chair is making.
Право руля.
Эсминец.
And the microphone is picking up the game sounds? Is that it?
Дистанция 3000.
Hold on with me. Because I will say, I recently experimented with a new plugin for my OBS,
240.
which separates game recording, so I might actually... Hold on.
Цель выведена из строя.
Есть поражение!
Эсминец.
220. Дистанция 3000.
I know what it is. Hold on, give me a second.
Аварийной группе. Ликвидировать.
Oh, whoops. So what I've done now is turn down the game sound in my recording. It should pop less. Do tell me if it returns again though. Because if it returns, I'll just have to change my sound settings to what it used to be. So I'm just gonna fire a shot and tell me if you hear it.
Лево руля.
Okay. I should know what to do with it. I'm just gonna return to the hangar. And let me just very quickly change some sound settings, but it will make... what should I do? Let me see. So I just have to remove this one, or just make it... There we go. Is it part of my microphone, or is it just a game audio though? Let me just change my stuff again. File settings. It's not my micro. That's good to hear, to know at least. I think... No, it's fine. I'm going to just quickly jump into the test sail and shoot again. To see if the noise pops up again.
Боевая готовность номер 1. Членам заступить.
That's fine.
Докладываю драгу. На радаре
Okay. Again, I was experimenting with a
дистанция
with a plugin for OBS that records, which basically allows me to isolate some sound sources. And it was an experimental plugin, and it seems to be a bit lower quality than hoped then. Oh well, it's not really a big deal. But again, I don't mind if you guys say that something sounds weird, tell me. Because I don't actually hear what the stream sounds like. I'm not that quite advanced of a streamer yet. And now let's try this lineup in arcade. I think I know what timestamp it is, roughly 1 hour 15. I'm gonna re-listen to it and see what it sounds like after the stream's over. The main reason I really looked into that plugin was I wanted to try and record... Like, for example, there's a small project I want to try and work on. And for that I need to be able to record Discord voice calls separately from the game audio. And that plugin allowed me to do that if I run 2 instances of OBS as well. But if it's crackling in there, that doesn't help much, does it? Okay, so I do have to remember this is now arcade, so people will see me a lot quicker. And I'm actually going to have to side climb with the P8 as well to do 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers up. Preferably 5 kilometers up so the NTR doesn't reach me.
По местам стоять.
And now I can actually also check if there's missile ships on the enemy team.
Руль право на борту.
Which doesn't look like it. We have a BMO, we have some prime targets for my coastal vessel.
Дистанция 8000.
Боевая тревога. Цель. Эсминец.
Пелинг 80. Дистанция 7000. Эсминец. Пелинг 80. Дистанция 7000.
Цель. Катер.
Пелинг 100.
Gun is ranged at 18 kilometers for some reason.
Лево руля.
S701 no longer has a bridge, so he's on that straight course for as long as I want him to. Need to hit his sides. Need to not run into his torpedoes as well.
Наблюдаю крен и дифферент. Есть попадание.
Assist is fine.
Попадание.
Цель. Катер.
Пелинг 80. Дистанция 3000.
Средний. Цель. Эсминец.
Пелинг 60.
And there goes my connection
Опасно малая глубина прямо по курсу.
for like a solid 10-15 seconds.
Цель. Эсминец.
Пелинг 60. Дистанция 4000.
Bit of a scuffed stream today by the looks of it.
Цель. Эсминец.
Пелинг 60. Дистанция 4000. Эсминец.
I really want to kill that BMO because that will give me enough spawn points, I think.
5000.
Право на борт.
Oh, come on. Get around this corner.
Катер.
Пелинг 80.
Speed and power, come on.
2000.
Прямо руль.
Пелинг 80.
Almost.
Дистанция 2000. Противник сбавляет ход. Наблюдаю крен и дифферент.
Цель. Эсминец.
Пелинг 60. Дистанция 4000.
It's really weird that 630 actually opens up on destroyers.
Цель. Эсминец.
I find it fascinating.
40.
And the aircraft up.
4000. Есть попадание.
Все машины назад.
BMO going around the corner. Okay, outside my main gun.
Дистанция 6000.
AK-630 it is done.
Эсминец. Пелинг 40. Дистанция 4000.
Лево на борт.
That should be enough. Yep, more than enough spawn points.
Пелинг 60. Дистанция 500.
Аварийный трюмный группа приступить к борьбе за живучесть. Цель. Штурмовик.
Пелинг 80.
I'm surprised that thing actually got close enough to bomb me.
Дистанция 8000.
Especially with an AK-630 firing at it. The thing is, there's going to be a lot of aircraft up now, but let's try it anyways. And climb. Luckily it should climb a bit quicker in realistic as well. In arcade, sorry. I'm not playing realistic. Still no Bravis around. Good to see. Also no AIs to worry about. Let's just hope that the American player doesn't have a Douglas up his sleeve, but it doesn't look like it. Lucas, what is he in? T-22, that's a lot of 20 mils. But Christopher Bob. Litchfield, that's a good target. And that guy, what is he in? A Litucci, which I think doesn't have too much anti-air. But the Litchfield should be a good first target. And remember, I need to give a lot more lead than I think I have to at this kind of altitude. Especially since it's arcade, so he's even faster. I think maybe around here? Yep, around there. And we'll turn away to gain distance, because again, we're not close to 3 kilometers at the moment. Closer to 4, sorry. Oh, please don't eat those torpedoes and sink. A little further, come on, get away from him. Third and 4. Bomb looks pretty damn good, that's the lead. So that should be 1 for the tally. And we need 5 of those. And that's a very juicy looking cluster there, isn't it? That's the Albatross, okay. The destroyer might be a good target as well. We're gonna keep climbing. Well, at least I hope it was 4 kilometers I had to be away from the target, not 5. You know what, let's to be safe actually gain some more distance. And that's gloriously missed the target. I thought he was going slower than that. That gunboat seems like a very attractive target because I think that's a K2. It is a K2. It seems like a stationary K2. No, he's going forward. Way more lead. More lead than I think, so let's do around that. As long as he doesn't stop again. It seems okay for the time being.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. It should be another kill. How far away am I from the target? More than 6 kilometers. And there goes another kill.
Enemy forces have captured that zone.
I'm doing the thing I genuinely hate most in arcade. And it's flying a P-8 in orbit, nuking people. But if the battle pass tasks encourage it, I need to do it. I already nuked Inquisitor Bubble once, so I don't have to do it again. I think Mr. Crowbar is going to be our next victim. More lead than I think. Come on. Around there, maybe. It's not looking too shabby. Also, I definitely don't need to be above 5 kilometers. And he's already way past it, he accelerated a lot. I know the P8 has quite a lot of splash damage, but it's not going to be that much, is it? Although... no. That was a bit wishful thinking. And again, give it a lot more lead than you think.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Let's do that. It's already going to miss, I think. Although... no, I need to give more lead. Also doesn't help when these enemy destroyers are constantly slowing down and speeding up again. But it might be on purpose. That has red over there is stuck though. So I might try and drop a nuke on him. Oh boy. The bomb site is doing funny things, so let's just drop over there. The thing that has red might accelerate forwards again. I hope. Damn it. I predicted him to do something and he then didn't do it. So I guess I'll just bomb him out right then. Nope, he started moving again. Backwards by the looks of it. And I think I'll only have time left for one more bomb. That's looking decent. Just stay there, please, Litucci. Just stay there. What? What? Heh. I see. Okay, they have teleporting to destroyers now. Gosh darn it. And game's over. I should have gotten 2 kills, I think, that count. I think I should have gotten 2. I did indeed get 2, so this, yeah, it's 4 kilometers. Yeah, 4 kilometers, good. Let's do that again. Yeah, I learned a lot from dive bombing as well, playing the Japanese dive bombers. Especially back then in realistic battles. I'd say I've gotten pretty good at it, although the way I got good at it is by getting pretty much just dropping the bomb on the forehead of the target with air brakes and putting a 2 or 3 second delay on it. But luckily a ship is a much bigger target. To be honest, pretty much any Japanese torpedo bomber or dive bomber is a good torpedo or dive bomber. Especially their torpedo bombers. I wouldn't say there's a single one of those planes you couldn't just up tier to whatever naval BR.
По местам стоять, с якоря сниматься. Самый полный. Прямо руль.
Руль прямо. Изменить.
That's the funny thing as well about the Japanese dive bombers. I use their bomb sights whilst dive bombing.
Боевая тревога.
They've kind of spoiled me with that. And I've gotten pretty bad at other dive. I think even the D4s have bomb sights.
Руль лево. Опасно малая глубина прямо по курсу.
Цель. Катер.
Come on, 76, get down. Gosh darn it.
Беринг 340. Дистанция 1000.
Цель. Эсминец.
Беринг 280.
630 can...
Дистанция
You're
9000.
kidding me. Come on. There we go. We're fine.
Цель. Катер.
Беринг
Damn it.
300. Дистанция 1000.
We're fine.
40. Дистанция 500.
That is arcade for you. Friendly reminder that torpedoes in arcade go 3 times as fast for the first 4 kilometers.
Противник сбавляет
First 4
ход.
kilometers.
Наблюдаю крен и дифферент. Есть поражение.
Лево на борт.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Руль лево на борту.
Bonked type
Трюмной
T1.
группе осушить отсеки. Приступить к борьбе за живучесть. Право руля.
Руль право.
Цель. Эсминец.
Беринг 280.
You should not be stopping in front of me. You either push or you don't.
Цель.
And we've got
Эсминец.
enough for the P8 already. So now I'm just gonna rush into the enemy.
Дистанция 6000.
Цель. Катер.
Беринг 320. Дистанция 500.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Цель выведена из строя. Есть попадание.
Прямо руль.
Genuinely, I'd actually wish that this battlepass task was getting torpedo kills with an aircraft.
280.
They're so much more fun to do.
6000.
Цель. Катер.
Беринг 260. Дистанция
Okay, you can stop a AK-630, you don't have infinite ammo.
Беринг 340. Дистанция 1000. Опасна малая глубина прямо по курсу.
The victory is near.
Лево руля.
Руль лево. Катер. Беринг 360. Дистанция 1000.
Цель. Эсминец.
Беринг 280. Дистанция 6000.
Право на борт.
Руль право на борту. Опасна малая глубина прямо по курсу.
Цель. Эсминец.
Беринг 260. Дистанция 5000.
Цель. Катер.
Беринг 60. Дистанция 2000.
I want to lose this boat.
Эсминец.
Беринг 260. Дистанция 5000.
If that S701 starts shooting me again, I'm just gonna let him kill me.
Беринг 40.
Because I've got enough spawn points for my plane already.
Все машины назад.
So I
Цель.
want to get into the P8 as soon as possible.
Беринг
Actually, preferably after I deal with the I-185.
1000.
Цель.
I'd rather not have a fighter up in the air once I'm in the P8.
340. Дистанция 7000.
Enemy forces have captured
My
a zone.
Прямо руль.
Ewis turret should be able to deal with that thing. I'll let him decap Charlie. Come on,
Беринг
there
80.
you go.
Дистанция 2000.
And then I can deal with the aircraft.
Дистанция 2000. Есть поражение. Цель уничтожена. Опасна малая глубина прямо по курсу.
I mean, I still prefer realistic battles in general as well.
320. Дистанция
It's just that I don't mind playing arcade for certain tasks or certain other gameplay elements. It's just outside of my radar.
Топ
I know
машины.
you want to.
Лево руля.
руль лево. Цель уничтожена.
Истребитель!
Беринг
And
320.
this is the
Дистанция
P-47 want a
5000.
piece of this.
Стоп, машины!
Эсминец. Беринг 240. Дистанция 7000.
Because I really want to get my aircraft airborne as soon as possible. No. The thing is, a P-47 in the air is going to be annoying to deal with. Until I see him shot down, I won't jay out yet.
Прямо руль!
Руль прямо.
Право на борт!
Эсминец. Беринг 260. Дистанция 6000.
Yeah, it's a very different play style playing realistic.
Руль право на борту.
I kind of enjoy the fact of having to identify every single target myself, not knowing where everybody is. And whilst the torpedoes are slower, it doesn't mean they're useless.
240.
Although they're nowhere near as adrenaline pumping as the arcade torpedoes.
Лево руля!
Come on, Harukaze, I know you want a piece of this.
Эсминец!
Беринг 260. Дистанция 5000.
P-47 is still going to be a menace, isn't it?
Цель! Эсминец!
Беринг
Yeah,
240.
that's going to be difficult.
Дистанция 5000.
Цель! Истребитель!
Беринг 220. Дистанция 8000.
Цель! Эсминец!
Беринг 260. Дистанция 4000.
Цель! Эсминец!
Беринг 280. Дистанция 2000.
Машины назад!
Наблюдаю пожары. Есть поражение. Эсминец. Беринг 20. Дистанция 1000. Руль лево. Есть попадание. Есть поражение.
Стоп, машины!
Есть попадание.
How am I bullying this Harukaze? How did I just bully a Harukaze, please? I want you to kill me.
Право на борт!
These,
Прямо руль!
they're a priority target for primary, secondary, tertiary AI gunners.
Внимание. Имеем серьезные
They're by default is holding down X and then 1, 2, and 3.
Сторожевой корабль!
That way the AI gunners will...
Руль право на борту.
And I wanted the 630 to shoot at the Harukaze whilst I was engaging it and not at any other aircraft or stuff like that.
8000.
There we go. And I hope you called what those crosshairs mean, because I... And now we climb. I see two stationary destroyers. And they are primary target number 1 and primary target number 2. The thing is, I have to get up to at least above 3k before I really want to turn in towards them. Will do, I guess. One of them has started moving again. They're capturing that point, but I don't really care. And this Rambo guy first.
No longer have the advantage.
More lead than I think, if my crosshair wants to work with me. Which it doesn't for some reason. There we go. By the time I get to... Yes, yes, torpedoes going ahead. Ah, damn it. And my bomb just missed as well. There's an enemy P8 up, probably doing similar things what I'm doing. Now let's hope that Danny does not see this coming, and I get a free kill for my task. Yep, he seems to be oblivious to the threat that's about to hit him. Any other stationary destroyers? Not that I can see. Except for maybe that guy over there. Also, I see my upload speed keep dropping to 0. There's probably going to be a lot of stuttering or dropped frames on the stream. And there's sadly nothing I can do about that. It seems that guy is slowing to a halt. Gonna give it a bit of lead because he is still moving forward. There we go.
The enemy is getting closer to victory.
No, it's actually behind him now. We'll have to see what the splash damage does. Our Danny, though, is back to being stationary.
Commencing attack.
Yeah, that was way too far behind. Indeed, lots of mini nukes. I think after getting hit by a P8 from orbit once, you wouldn't be stationary again. But not this guy. What? I see the teleporting destroyers are back. Why? What's happening to my internet?
Most of the strategic zones. If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
These teleporting destroyers are no good though. It should be the last bomb of this match. I don't have enough time left. It is not good, is it? Come on. Oh, that might be a kill? If the splash allows for it? Yes. So I did get 200 more kills this match as well. And I need to do something about my connection, because this is not working like this, is it? Could the people in the chat be so kind to just tell me what happened on the stream for like the past 4 minutes? Like how many frames were missing, how choppy was it? Like how many jumps of several seconds or seemingly several seconds were there? Like, the main problem is, as well, that I'm running on... And I think that's the main problem. And it keeps happening, of course. It's most definitely my internet, don't worry about that. And there is no physical way for me to get a cable running from my router to my PC as well. What we do have, though, is I have one of these, what's the English word for it? Box. Not that you're going to hear any of this, I assume, because of the internet. And I think you can run a cable from that to my computer. Rather than having it in my room. Let me just type in the chat because you should all see my chat. Yeah, booster. Yeah, the thing is though, the booster we have is I think quite a strong one, and I feel like it would be a bit better for me to just plug it into the socket in my room and run a cable from it directly into my computer. Although I'm not quite sure that... It's also really frustrating that these internet issues aren't a constant thing. Like, I think for the past 3 or 4 streams, I've had next to 0 issues with it. Constant issues. Yeah, the thing is though, oh boy, there it goes again. The thing is, I don't think it's physically possible for me to have my router in my room. Because, well, it isn't technically my router. But I'll have to talk about this possible solution with my housemates, I guess. Because the thing is, I always stream at these hours. And sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's absolutely not fine, like today, like tonight. But yeah. Anyways, almost done with my Masterful Sabridge. Just gonna see if it's gonna stay stale for a little bit longer. And we might try ourselves one more match. Just to get Masterful Sabridge done. However, if it keeps stuttering like that next match, I will end it after next match. I will end the stream for tonight after next match if it keeps stuttering. Because as much as it annoys me to just look at the number go down to 0, yeah. The thing is, it's not a constant either. Like, I've had issues on Tuesdays, I've had issues on Saturdays, I've had issues tonight on Wednesdays, I've had issues on every single weekday, but not every single time I stream on that weekday, or even just day. So it's just frustrating that I do not know what day it is that I have to just not stream. It's also really annoying that they're genuinely... I think last stream, or the one before it, I genuinely had 3 hours with not a single frame dropped due to connection issues. And that is a rarity for me. Usually, on a good night, it'll drop around about 1,000 over the span of 3 hours. On a mediocre night, it's closer to 10,000, maybe even 20,000. And then you have nights like tonight, where it actually reconnected my OBS 3 times, having to start from 0 again. But yeah, I'll see about putting that Wi-Fi booster in my room and just attaching a Ethernet cable from it directly to my computer to see if that would help. But that's for next stream. It seems like my connection is behaving itself for the time being, at least. I can sail out to Moscow this time, sure, I can do that. I have to sail out something to get to my P8 anyways. We've got a juicy 100. I just had to say something about my connection seemingly being stable again, didn't I? Work. But I'd rather fight along the A side.
Корабль к бою и походу приготовить. Самый полный. Цель. Эсминец.
Пелинг 120. Дистанция 9000.
The other annoying part about this as well is the only thing that has a problem is the upload speed. The download speed is fine, my overall internet connection is fine. It's just the upload speed.
Цель. Эсминец.
Пелинг 140.
It's been a while since I actually properly played the Moskva, so
Право на борт.
this might not end too well. It's Cade, but that's the plan.
Прямо руль. Приступить к борьбе за живучесть.
Okay, we are
Дымовую завесу поставить!
outnumbered, so we have to retreat.
Право руля!
Эсминец. Дистанция 9000. Руль право.
Цель! Эсминец!
That's an enemy Moffat, but that's a Moffat bot, so that's why it's being so accurate.
9000. Имеем повреждения.
Цель! Эсминец!
Берег 140. Дистанция 6000.
Эсминец. Право. Дистанция 5000.
Попадание.
Let's keep up that fire.
Машины назад!
Есть накрытие. Есть попадание.
We're winning.
Есть накрытие.
Эсминец. Спереди. Дистанция 9000. Руль право на борту.
Есть накрытие.
I have actually yet to see a Bravi. I think I saw one in a realistic battle, but then I didn't play an aircraft. I have not seen many Bravis yet.
Эсминец. Справа. Дистанция 5000.
I'm actually not in that many full up tiers either. I have to keep an eye on my spawn points, because that's my most important bit right now.
Есть накрытие.
I do have to get to the P8 again.
Цель уничтожена. Есть попадание.
And there goes the magazine on the Eskimo. And already enough spawn points for the P8, so let's be a bit more aggressive. And use the speed.
Катер. Слева. Дистанция 5000.
Цель!
Yeah, now I'm just gonna run
Эсминец!
face first into the enemy.
80. Дистанция 9000.
Цель! Эсминец!
Берег 140. Дистанция 8000.
Knight him.
Спереди. Дистанция 6000.
Есть поражение. Есть попадание. Наблюдаю пожары. Попадание.
But yeah, after this match I'm going to end the stream for tonight, sadly. Because my internet connection is not behaving itself.
Дистанция 6000.
Приступить к борьбе за живучесть! Право на борт!
And my bridge got knocked out in a full turn again.
140. Дистанция.
Lovely.
Внимание! Повреждение рулевых устройств.
Seeing as this ship turns faster than the guns can turn.
Попадание.
The enemy is winning.
Есть поражение.
Jesus Christ.
5000.
Kill him. Turn the other way. There shouldn't be a problem with Bravi, it's just a new missile ship. I will say that I have not gotten around to getting the Bravi myself either.
Дистанция 5000.
120,000 RP is not really that easy to grind out. I thought it already has been a week. Okay, that was violent. And now into the P8. Stationary. Stationary, Moffat. Please stay stationary. And please let us fighter not get close to me. I think that destroyer here is also stationary. But I need to go above 3 kilometers before turning in. I really do need to do that.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
Also, fun fact about the P8, the cockpit is off-center, ever so slightly. And now you will never unsee it. Just ever so slightly off to the left. Like if you see that this window is a center line, like the middle of it, you see it just doesn't line up. Although a lot of Russian bomber cockpits actually just don't line up. It looks like that guy is also stationary, although is he just about to get a move on? No, he's up. Is it a wake I see? Or is it the ship itself I'm seeing? I think he might be stationary. I actually need to get a move on because there's not that much time left. As long as we don't get teleporting destroyers again, I think that guy is stationary. Bomb away. Okay. Oh, please don't make that count. The thing is, if I now spawn in a ship and just stay far enough away. So typical that was an AI that shot me out of the sky with one shot, isn't it? Let's just take a destroyer to be as far away from the target as possible. Bomb a hit, and let's hope it counted.
Беринг 160. Дистанция 5000.
Боевая тревога. Цель. Эсминец.
Беринг 120. Дистанция 9000.
Цель. Сторожевой корабль.
Беринг 140. Дистанция 6000.
Цель. Истребитель.
We have a radar lead indicator, so let's use it.
4000.
Ooh, this is close. I don't think I have time to try and shoot him down.
Цель. Эсминец.
Беринг 140. 8000. Сторожевой корабль. Беринг 160. Дистанция 6000.
аварийный. Приступить к борьбе за живучесть.
Внимание! Критические повреждения в машинах! Корабль потерял ход!
And this game is going to be over, hopefully before the ship sinks. And hopefully that bomb impact will have counted.
Есть накрытие!
Есть попадание. Выйти из боя.
Those were the mines blowing up. And let's see, did that bomb kill count? It didn't count. Oh, that's so annoying. Just because I got blapped out of the sky by an AI. That kill does not count. Anyways, I guess I'll just complete it off stream somewhere tomorrow. Because I'm going to leave it at this for today because of my internet connection. For Friday, I'm just gonna play whatever I feel like at that point. But we'll have to see what it is. Also a reminder that in July, I want to try out playing another naval game on stream. With more info on that to come somewhere soon. And that stream will not be a normal like Monday, Wednesday, Friday stream. It'll be somewhere in the weekend. Other than that, I'm going to work on the video of just this update summary soon. And yes, good night. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you on Friday with hopefully a bit more of a stable internet connection.